Hello. Good afternoon. Good morning in certain places, and good evening in certain places. Got a message for you. this is major what I'm about to share with you. And it's about me. April the 7th, I made a declaration. I'm a secret. I've been a secret for 76 years. And I said on April the 7th, either I will know the secret or I won't. And I'm leaving it alone. I want to know the secret, but I don't need to know the secret. I wanted to know something about my birth mother, but I didn't need to know. I wanted to know something about my father, but I didn't need to know. Mamie Brown was my mother and father all wrapped in one, but I was just curious. There was no hole in my soul. I didn't feel incomplete. I have not been depressed and worried and stressed out about it. No, no. And I think I've done well without knowing. But I said, if I had some idea, it would be good. I would just wonder. And here's what sparked my curiosity. Somebody asked me, why would you want to know? Well, I wonder where I got my speaking from. Now, let me fast forward. Are you ready for this? Have a cushion by to catch your mouth when it drops open. I've always felt whenever I'm in Georgia, always felt a connection here. And there's some things that happen to you, you forget, and then they come back. Something happens and trigger that memory. And so, years ago, 1992, I introduced my book, Live Your Dreams. I was doing a book signing here in Atlanta. And this couple, they stood back and they watched me. They didn't come to the table for me to sign their book. They just stood back and watched me. I spoke to them, they spoke to me. And when the crowd died down, the lady stepped forward and she said, hold your hand open. I held my hand open and she put a picture in my hand. And I looked at it. She asked, does that look familiar? I said, yes. This is Wesley and I. This is my twin brother and I. How did you get this? And at that moment, she and the gentleman turned and walked away. And she just looked back and waved. I thought that was strange. I just thought that was different. That Mamie Brown, when we were born, that she so excited, it was a little small picture. Just passed out little small pictures to everybody. I never thought about it and I just let it go. But my oldest son, Calvin, he knew that I wanted to know, where did I get my ability to speak? Some things nurture, some things nature. I said, there are things I'm doing that I don't know how I know. And I see them, my children, doing things that I didn't teach them. It's in them. So Calvin, unbeknownst to me, went on 23andMe, started searching, ran to a wall. Then he went to Ancestry. And there's a lady that he ran into on 23andMe. It was a hobby that she had of finding people in 23andMe and Ancestry. And come to think of it, she said, "Why are you looking?" "Well, I'm trying to find my father's parents." "What's your father's name?" "He's Les Brown." Is that right? Yeah. "What do you have any other information?" "I have an old birth certificate." And he shared the information on the birth certificate before I was adopted. And she said, "Whoa, I'm your father's first cousin." "Excuse me?" "Yes, I'm your father's. I do this as a hobby, connect adopted kids with their birth parents. I'm your father's first cousin." And that opened up another door. And now this has been going on for a long time. Then here I am in Atlanta, moved to Georgia. Used to do PBS specials to raise money for public television. And a guy who was a producer there, unbeknownst to him and unbeknownst to me, he was a relative of mine. And then we started making calls to try and pull things together. Come to find out, my birth mother, she was a speaker. You can't make this stuff up. She was a speaker. She was fierce. She spoke all over Georgia. And one guy told me today she could play a piano till it walked. She could play the piano. He said she had just a high energy, electrifying personality, and she could tear a piano up. He said, and she could sing. I said, no. Yes. And guess what? I said, what? Your grandmother, she's a speaker too. She was a speaker, and she raised funds for a school. Is that right? And we just went back and forth. So I saw two pictures. Whew. Cannot be denied. This weekend, I wanted to get in bed with some sweet potato pie or bread pudding or chunky monkey ice cream. The president, I said, this is just too much. When I saw the pictures, I said, oh, I said, be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. Oh my goodness. Oh, I was crying, uh, tears of gratitude, tears of relief. I said, now you know what you're going to do with this. What I'm going to do with it, I'm going to raise the bar on myself. My mother was tough, but my grandmother, she's a bad somebody. I'm going to raise funds for her center. It closed. And I got family members here. I know their names. I don't know how you go up in there and share this. So I'm pumping my brakes. But I know I just wanted to give a report that my prayers were answered. I call my son every day and say, thank you. Thank you, Calvin. He went on Ancestry and 23andMe, and he just was relentless. And he broke the code of silence, of the secret. When they sent me some pictures, I said, whoa. For this thing called life. Isn't it fascinating? You know, I feel like Mother Teresa. She said, just when I thought I got a handle on life, the handle broke. Oh my goodness. I mean, who does this at 76? At 76. When I saw this dude's face that looked like mine, I said, whoa. It said he was a shop dresser. He was a ladies' man. Now that explains all those children behind me. The devil is a liar. you know, when I look at my life right now, I just said, God, you ain't right. You ain't right. You didn't wait all this time. You ain't right. I'm sorry. I got to check you on this. You ain't right. Oh my goodness. I was jacked up this weekend. I wanted some of do y'all know Rick? He's a photographer in Atlanta. He fixed the best blueberry and banana pancakes on the planet. You can look at them and your insulin uh, have to be increased and your blood sugar level increases. All right, they're the best. They're small, poor, but they are good. Rick, the photographer. Oh my goodness. I started to have him teach me how to do it. I said, but don't do that. Don't teach me. I just come over every once in a while, and after I take my insulin and fix me a few. I wanted some of Rick's pancakes this past weekend. Yes, I did. And then I went down to Cancer Centers of America to get my checkup. And they said, Mr. Brown, you know what? I said, what? They said, you're a blessed man. I said, why do you say that? Your PSA, which stands for prostate specific antigen, was 2,400. I don't know what you're doing, but it's 0.0 minus 1. I said, look at God. I say, won't he do it? The nurse practitioner, she was startled. I said, won't he do it? She said, yes, he'll do it. He'll do it. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Can y'all tell I'm happy? Did I tell you I'm happy? 0.0 minus 1. From 2,400. When your PSA that high, you just need to park at the cemetery, just walk on in and just jump in one of the open graves. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, behave. Hello. So I'm a happy camper. I was so happy when I was walking. I was coming out of there. I was a happy camper. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. The best news this weekend. Best weekend in my life. My life. He said, "You're not going to die from cancer. No. Whatever you're doing, you keep on doing it." As Reverend Ike would say, "You can't lose with the stuff I use." Oh boy. I was talking to a friend of mine who's also adopted, and we're having conversations. She's having a rough time. She said, "I'm happy for you, but I feel like I was thrown away." I said, "No, you were born for greatness. No. If somebody took you in, didn't carry you for 9 months, you were chosen with love. Mm-mm. No, we got to talk, sister, up in here, up in here. This thing called life. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That's all I got to say about that." Yes, if you're happy for me, okay. My twin brother, he's been cool. He said, "Leslie, I'm proud of you." When he saw the pictures, he looked at me, looked in the mirror. Mm. People handle things differently. So, but he said he's proud of me. That's the second time he's said that in 76 years. Proud of what I've done with my life and proud of the fact that I was able to find out who our birth parents were. They're since gone, but we got pictures now and stories. Some of y'all out there know her, especially those of you who live in Gainesville, Georgia, not Ohio. You know. My mother said my mouth is like a refrigerator, can't hold nothing. I ain't saying no names or nothing. Yeah, I got relatives in several places. I know where they are. But I got don't if you watching, don't worry about me showing up on your doorstep saying, "Do you know who I am?" No. If they allow me to, I'm gonna do some things to support the work that my grandmother used to do. She was a tough woman. How do you explain things? The title of my book, You've Got to Be Hungry. People know me by that. You got to be hungry. Tell the disc jockey story. You got to be hungry. The greatness within to win. And they said about my grandmother, she was hungry to learn, hungry to motivate people, adults and kids, and teach them how to read, hungry to do that kind of work, to serve. Now, this explains it. This explains it. I can't help it. I have the can't helps it. I have the can't helps it. That's it. I have the can't helps it. I have the can't helps it. I gotta speak. I gotta motivate you. I gotta encourage you. I gotta inspire you. Why? I got the can't helps it. It's in my blood. It's in my DNA. I got the can't helps it. Yeah, that's what's wrong. That's why I can't stop. Yeah. I remember one day I was speaking at this event and I said, when I get fired up, I'll make a paraplegic jump up and run. I did not know that Daryl Stingley, former professional football player, was in his wheelchair in the back of the room. He said, hurry up. I said, oh my God. And we both laughed. Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Oh. Look at God. Look at God. The secret is over. For me. For me. And I didn't allow the secret to define me. Even though I did not know, because of Mamie Brown, God took me out of my biological mother's womb and placed me in the heart of my adopted mother. Because of Mamie Brown, I'm Mamie's boy. Because of her, come on now. I had this mindset that I want to do something to help somebody, help people, because I'm just like her. Thank you for listening to me. This has been good therapy. Would you put in there in the comment section, we're praying for you, Les. This is your time. We're praying for you. Because this is my time. I believe that both my mothers and my grandmother are watching me, and my father watching me, saying, make us proud, boy. Make us proud. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And yes, sir. I look like him too. He's a handsome dude. As soon as I get permission, I'm gonna show his picture. He was a handsome dude. Player from the Himalayas. Oh boy. This weekend was something else. And here I am I'm gonna say this and stop. Cancer Centers of America. And they have the best bread pudding in the world. You know why these hospitals have so many clients and patients? Because of the cafeteria. I went by the cafeteria. I could smell it. I said, the devil is a liar. And then I went back. I looked at it. I said, but he don't lie all the time. It looks real good. Boy, that was some good bread pudding. Do you hear me? Oh my goodness! Everybody can't fix bread pudding. You understand me with the bananas in there. Everybody can't do it with vanilla wafers. Everybody can't do it with crust that look like cornbread. Oh, when it's dark and crunchy. Oh, everybody can't do it right where you just have to wiggle your toes and just want to gangster slap somebody. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't sin too much yesterday, but I ran home. Yes, I did. I need to be have. I didn't have to drive home. I was just followed because I ran home to get my insulin. Oh, come on, come on. You know you didn't do that. No, I'm just playing. But I'm serious. Can you tell I enjoy myself? Hello. Oh, I love you. Thank you for your prayers. I love you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. This past weekend, wow. Mm, what a mighty God we serve.